Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alright, my ID got rejected from the library, so I bought a bottle of wine from Trader Joe's and I'm recording this with Phish playing in the background. The suburbs, stuck in the places we both grew up. Houses lined as bricks, building up the lightning rod cell tower. The Clocktower at midnight, says Andrew on August 5th. Wow, says everyone June 16th as the lightning strikes. We're in the car, we're in the passenger seat, we're in the house, the whole ordeal. Feel clean, choose clothes, stamp this day. Clean clothes, consider it stamped. And on the TV screen in the living room, Tom Green. I'm going to Los Angeles, I'm moving back home. I can't stop him even if I've heard this one before. Wind outside and the rush of rain, back in the bowels of the basement. Will everyone say wow at the rain? Spot with familiar carpet, let the basement anchor us in place and all your organs just like day where we were talking about. Don't forget the pee, don't forget the drink, so many things, so many things. But Tom Green's on screen and he skips right through it with an animal skin around his neck and you're laughing because it's true. He won, you say, you type it into your phone, you know exactly who will read it. 5 stars. Back upstairs to get water, Andrew and Colton at the kitchen island with all the bread and bananas talking jobs and AI. Jobs against AI. I'll get a job, they say on call. I'll get a job, aye, Captain. But back downstairs on familiar carpet between the beds below the couch, now the screen's different. I took DMT, says Jay in Vegas. Margaritas at the mall. And I thought to myself, I've seen this before. Tom Green's eating at a restaurant, there's something different. This is serious business and that kid has bruised flesh on his face. Ronald Reagan cut up while talking. Stooges laugh, he won, 5 stars, they lost, but he won, we're all on the green team. Back upstairs, you're never in a basement forever, cities to see, places to be. Everyone around the kitchen island putting shoes on, grabbing their things. Up next is the Mustard Museum. Big day ahead of you, cause we're together, that's somewhere, so he sings every time we're at the airport. Big day on its way, it's coming, it's building, the old chant goes. Can you handle it? I'm literally the surfer, you're either on the bus or off the bus, we bought tickets to Trap, how do you know? Step outside of the house and into the rain, doesn't feel so bad. Houses out there with no trees, homes with trash blown sideways, no one to be seen, just a clock tower up ahead, it's raining. It's not raining, it wasn't midnight, Andrew says he likes that passage. Do you know how often it rains in California? Do you know that we celebrated every day it rained in California? You get sick of the snow, says B in Wisconsin. Cheese and snow. Online on US 14, they would speak of the cheese, the dream cheese passed around the bedsides, effects still to be felt. And my clothes are just right, you think against the railing looking out at the rain. I can button or unbutton depending on if I'm hot or cold, wet or dry. So you're in the car, shiny, me, B, ashes and melody, Josephine's next million miles. Look up, sun is shining. Next spring will be so much older. It's too cold in the winter. I'll have to add this one, but not now. Streets to look at, the highway up ahead is a double helix, so this is our voyage to the veins of Madison. Body to body, B's house to the Mustard Museum, travelers in the storm taking shelter in this corner of the city. It's a fun, quirky attraction that every Midwestern town needs. And you laugh because the car is in a puddle and you jump out lest you're stuck out in the rain. What's down that block? And you have your umbrella and then you're all buttoned up. Ash is tucking mustard mark in your pocket and you're inside. Mustard on display. To the left, the stairwell. Layers and layers of shells of mustard. Who knows how deep? See, all we know is this, says Colton, pointing to the Goldens. Then he spreads his hands over the Kosciuszko, the Busky the Terrapin Ridge. But we don't know all of this. Would you like to sample some mustard, asked the employees. Yes, but you go downstairs. Mustard Mark wants to see the mustard show, a special screening on the second lower level right in the back of the mini theater. Jordan's bet there too in the seats, and we're all learning. We're farmers in the field with the smallest set of seeds in our gloves. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. Are you listening, Mustard Mark? And Percy's right next to the screen. Percy is our most recent decent Dawson. Please do not touch him, he is very sensitive. Yet Colton doesn't trust Percy. Percy will wake at the slightest sound of thunder. Ascend to first layer, you go to the door, the road on the map of Madison. You cannot access this area yet, so BA meets me by the mustard. Is it as intense as it has been the other times? You nod. You're holding yourself well. And Wayne Coyne is by the postcard, so I stop to get his autograph and he leans towards me. Got your letter, he whispers. In the mail. He leans away, then he's curt. I hope you remember the things you had to say. He's towards the door, then he's singing Supernatural Delay, and he's out the door, he's gone. Would you like to sample some mustard, asked the employees, and you might as well try it. In one seed, a world. Some say this one is the Bulba of mustard, says the employee, and the owner says this one's his favorite. I agree, you say back, and you're right to say so, 5 stars. And it's time to go and it's time to split. Diantha is leaving, and Wetbones is leaving, and Bunny is leaving. We may not see each other again, but if not, we say goodbye, and we'll remember Bramble's basement and the sets and you couldn't say goodbye at the parties, or you say goodbye now, it all depends on the weather. This train sees no stops before its final destination. Scary Movie 6 at AMC Fitchburg 18, not Marcus Point. I pledge allegiance to my subscription. Back in the passenger seat, lightning strikes the Clocktower again. Two moms driving by in a Subaru. Have you heard the latest Jennifer Lopez song? Says driver mom to the passenger mom. She's got this new sound I'm just crazy about. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. The whole car vibrates and the bass revolving around the engine. In the backseat, the kids are moving abnormally fast. Why don't we change the channel and you're back in the passenger seat yourself? They tore down the places we fell in love. Let's stop at the Quick Trip. There, it's 1995, 1979, and 1964. Angel, Midnight, and Space Invader are between the energy drinks and the donuts, and Space Invader goes for the emergency exit. But the alarm is already going off. No turning back now. Only pause and flee, and Angel, Midnight, and Space Invader are back in the car, while Colton and Bjorn are still in the Quick Trip, tracing the same map between the potato chips and the pork rinds. What if they're forever? Isn't that just regular show? Across the country, every member of the Aviators does their shuffle. Next up, AMC Fitchburg 18, the opening to God's Mouth. Step inside and hope to see the sunset. This is my ticket. You have access to the vast tunnels of theaters, each with high-tech screens forming new titles at random. Minions and Monsters, Mandalorian and Grogu, Backrooms, The Ice Cream Man, directed by Eli Roth, who I had a dream about once. I hope my friends know M. Night Shyamalan has the stuff. PD187 says it's good. You hold your phone, 4 stars. I come on stage determined to make people weep, instead they burst out laughing. And you're in your seat in the theater. Let's learn about my beautiful industry. Let's take one last journey with the Jackass Gang. This cop is fighting racism one bullet at a time. They're laughing next to Colton. Boy meets girl, boy dances, boy drives, boy and girl share moment as a choir of voices go off. Boy and girl drink Coke. Do you know how many times I've seen this thing? Calm 3, 2, 1. Dream of utopia and escape from suffering. Prepare, says the booming AMC voice, for your escape. Escape from what? And the computers are at play with the electricity and the images form, and it's a whole washing machine of a theater with us inside. Bodies disconnect and reconnect on screen. They do so to tell us jokes. They say, you're telling me I'm unk because you're woke? And you're laughing hard at every syllable you can hear. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they won 5 stars. The stuff is on screen, and you look over at B when you see it, and Melody and Ashes are looking back too. Colton's eyes are shut hard. You give him the thumbs up. I'm thinking, what does a movie like this say about humanity? If there's a family rowdy and loud, some are seeking drinks. Remember when we got tipsy and saw Scary Movie 6? Uncle Rich is louder than anybody else. Every day, K-pop demon hunters, the whole movie at bedtime, the songs in the car, the characters in the birthday balloons. He's laughing like he's gonna have a heart attack then and there. Old Uncle Rich, says Tammy. I didn't know you could get him to laugh like that. And we hear each individual laugh. A chuckle from Bjorn and B, Ash's laugh making us laugh. The Wayans laughing their way to the credits. No white chicks too, bitch. I snap my fingers. Where's her Oscar? Film's done, pee is in your bladder, I have to use the bathroom so badly. You point to Ash's energy drink, bang. I want to see all my friends at once. Go to the bathroom and go to the mirror, your buttons are open, in your reflection there's a cartoon character with freight in hand. What is he holding, a freight? So you fix your hair and everybody is talking about the movie, consult with Bjorn. Do you know how many movies are just no comedy? Out and about, Danny says we can still see the sunset rays over the highways and the hills, more rays tomorrow, caramel and butter skies. Bjorn says he will never see it like this again. This wine tastes like shit. So back in the car, B and me and Ashes and Shiny and Melody shaking your hand. I like Scary Movie 6. Less time for that nowadays. You see what you think is what you do. Shiny remembers him. Dinner time at Culver's. On the back of the line, should I spend my money? I can't spend money. But I like to go out for coffee, maybe a milkshake. Today's flavor, crazy for cookie dough. Let's open the book, you say to Colton. The second positive task. What's the first positive task? What are your desiring machines? What do you put into these machines? What is the output? How does it work? What are your non-human sexes? See, the last part has nothing to do with the first part. They could say anything and make us interpret it. On the way to find a spot, more families at each table, flat surfaces atop of sticks, each with their own set of seats, kids beneath them with their chocolate on their faces. The waiter arrives to us in the corner with the burger, the shakes, and the fries. Let's see, he says. We got Shadow, Kirby, and he takes a look at Andrew's shirt. And Princess Luna. Everyone excited, elite ball knowledge. Don't you know we just came back from Winnie Cine Podicon? I was a brony back in the day myself, says the waiter. So you should come next year. But it depends if I can take off from work, says the waiter. So Cider Fest is in Milwaukee, and the waiter says maybe. He walks back behind the counter and Phil's working the burners. Liz is just clocking in. Phil, she whispers, you look sick. Phil's red in the face and the eyes are trying not to cough. I read in a book, he says, and then coughs before he can finish. What book, says Liz, and she's waving her hands around. You're drinking your milkshake. Don't you feel the way it rests in your stomach? Like ferrets, B, like ferrets. I need protein. I'm drinking a milkshake and I need protein. Something spicy, maybe. Leave it early or stay here. Leave earlier, we get in the car, and Colton's there first. What might Colton, Shiny, B, Ashes, and Melody say differently about this night? You know, says Bjorn at the table, the funny thing is you're not that different. You see, I'm thinking about it in terms of industry. Freddy Got Fingered plus Freddy Got Fingered plus Click plus Scary Movie. But it comes out the Mayans are the ancient Mayans. Don't say that. So Danny gives the Celestial Bible instead, blesses the person who, in the name of friendship, shepherds the untaught for the valley of loneliness, for that person is truly their friend's keeper and the founder of lost happiness. Shepherd, shepherd, shepherd. You want to go outside, and you ask, and it's wet, and it's not raining. Back in the car, Cutie Mark's on the radio, crumpling music echoes for If I Believe in You, plans for meeting, waiting in the parking lot, and the first flyer of the summer. First one I've seen since camp, says Bjorn. Danny reaching for it below the stoplight, below the clock tower, a magician's trick while across the street people smoke cigarettes. My legs hurt, my heart hurts, but this isn't so bad. Did anyone have testing done on them as a child? Pet remembers the examinations, but only sound and sight. Do you know about the Montauk Monster? Washington from Plum Island. My brother had a photo of it on his desk. Welcome back, Shiny Bee, Ash's Melody. Good night, Colton. See you tomorrow, Colton. Into the halls, past the offices, into the arcade hidden in the middle. $8 for a wristband, all you can play. Machines like houses lying in the rectangles. Streets shooting off into more halls. Groups of people in each one. 2 girls watching a guy in a jacket at the air hockey table bouncing the puck off the side. Aw, are you stalling? 2 girls at the pool table and the billiards scatter and they swap sides. Everything is just Homestuck, she says. Takes a shot, changes position. Everything is just Homestuck. Across from them, father and son playing next to the Simpsons machine, same one at the rinks. Across from them, 2 boys on Time Crisis 4. I love the police, the US military has arrived. Across from them, a boy and a girl walking. Let's play Metal Slug. And when the boy's playing it, it's somewhere by the water waiting for seafood in 2006. Eric and Will playing it wrong. Can I play? Into, hey, I'm not so bad at this. So that's what it's called. Keep pressing start to respawn, says the girl in the hall. All the plugs and cords down up along the wall to the server room, blocked out by dark windows next to the TV. FX, TNT, both playing There Must Be Some Kind of Way Out of Here. Across from that, the DDR room, someone dancing with the Rainbow Kid in headphones. Can we get a turn? 2 new dancers. Are you ready? Asks one. Machinery, catharsis, technology, ragtag, transcendent, slapstick, arms, body, legs, flesh. The trick is you never return to the starting position, says the girl, and halfway through you seem to get it. Left, right, up, down. Past that, the pinball machines, and it just seems so beautiful. One going with the Black Knight on it, the dark horse up against the orange, the metal ball inside knocked around the bumpers onto the rails, taking it around the middle. What you felt when you saw Nights into Dreams. Back outside, something ordinary about this. Fed and Bjorn playing pool now, Andrew and B discussing plans in the corner, Evergroup's not that far away. Remember when we went to the arcade? Bring back the billiards, get your ID, everybody done? And the highway doesn't bend anymore, it's straight towards the sky, flashing white to the noise on the radio. They say in the future all music will be noise. DERPY, sings a robot voice. Revolution, sings a growl. And I want to play bulk something. It's not very hard, you can make it with a hop, skip, and a jump. It's playing one time only, for at least for now. This song could go on forever. What'd you think? I have one desire. I have 1 + 1 desire. I want to eat a salad, and watch Perfect Lives. Me versus B and Windjammers. You should have seen our great game. 0 to 8, Bird versus Frog. Our great game continues, but not so loud because Colton is asleep. If you take one stock out of me, the movement of my hands and the controller is separate from me talking. Let's cause album revisionism. The big day, I remember Teresa telling me she listened to a hot shower while taking a hot shower after work. Did she know the secret? We rapped Backseat Freestyle on the way home. She learned every word of Rap God to impress her crush. Teresa, greatest suburban rap legend there never was. Said I'd dedicate my first book to her, and suddenly I'd taken a stock off. Me against Melody. I'd love to be the underdog. Nietzschean weed parodies. I'd love to be me versus Melody, me with good dog has a good day. She says I write like it. I've got to get ready for the full parade. Outside the window of the park, flashlights flashing, raves ready to rock the suburbs. Fight high up to call the cameras out. And what is it about this park that makes you pull out the camera? Like me and Subsy the day before, like Alex years earlier, everything I say on hard drives forever, our government certificate of the marriage of Q and U. She remembers fake weddings with leaves in her hair. But first, a factory reset on the TV, humming fast and slow. Oh my god, what's outside? Top 100 most disturbing PSAs. Kids on crack beating their moms. Kitchen employees burning their faces off. Drugs. Do you know what you're jumping into? Brakhage at midnight starring Melody as the world's greatest piano player. The keys struck to the stars flashing, millions of faces screaming into outer space. Does anyone else see Nightmare Foxy? All these houses and this one with the piano at midnight and the TV with 10 million channels depending on who has the remote. Let's watch Perfect Lives. I love you like a dot dot symphony. Lightning flashes. Goodbye, they say. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Everyone's slinking off to sleep, the number going down, the kitchen island with cups scattered, all the bananas gone. So back in the basement, the shuffle is on. Stomach song and a deep time into You Are Here, the earth is round. Dreams of Tomorrow, 72 hours by rail, plane, and road. It all starts at 8 a.m. into the overnight layover. I told them I'd make it by noon. The geometry of the transit patterned across the eye like a quilt. The whole room is weaving off the carpet and the beds back into the air, and soon I'm on a bus to Washington. It's green and the sun is going down. That image in my head, everyone asleep.